Okay, so July is over. So I didn't like the overall setup of what I had because it was too small for me. I wanted it bigger. So as we get to this month, I've got everything pretty much the same, except I've added some elements in. I added this calendar system that I got from, well, this calendar tracker that I got from Summer Touch, and I'll put a link up here as well as down below. And I'm going to try to keep track of everything in a series of groups on this tracker, because having a tracker over here is just way too small for me. So I've got all of our stuff planned out already. I've got all the monthly stuff from the future planning section. I've already checked that off. Got all of that stuff on here on the calendar already. So I've decided I'm going to start going with a weekly spread like this. I saw this on Facebook, on my Facebook group, and I loved it because it has every, all the stuff that can happen every day at the bottom, and then each individual day up here. And I liked that. I like the fact that I can use my tabs wherever I need to, and use them as much as needed. And I can use them on the monthly as well, which is really helpful because I can just move it to the right date when the week comes. So that's how I've set up for my bullet journal. And so the first one that I'm going to show you is my meal planner. Meal planner is really simple. I just look at my inventory, make sure that I'm up to date on that, and then I move over to my gardening section. My plants haven't matured yet, so I don't really count that as our food yet. And I look over my supermarket psychology, just kind of look at all the stuff that it tells me, candy stuff is buy the kids stuff because they want kids to, freak out and go for it. Just the store layout, they design it so that you want to walk through the entire store instead. All the main stuff you need is in the back so that you have to walk through it everywhere. And then I look at these. These just have a bunch of, meals that we favor. And I can look at these as I'm meal planning. And this is just how I would like for the month to go as far as meats. Just kind of keep track of what it is that we're eating specifically. And then I'm going to go ahead and jump over to August so you can see. I already have the first week of August planned out as far as meals. And then just on the back here, I have shopping lists so that I know everything that is needed for the whole week. And I can just grab that, put it in my planner or my bullet journal and just go. And so back here, I just have recipes and such. If I'm looking for a specific recipe, I can look under the letter that's associated with it. This is the B section, breakfast, bacon, biscuits from scratch, different stuff like that. So that is my meal planner. Next is my reference planner, which when it comes to this, all I need to do, the first thing I do is go to my personal health section, update my Ant Flow tracker. I handle, pain tracker, just make sure that those are filled in, my exercise tracker as well. So I like to know how well I've done throughout the year, which I've sucked the past year and a half. But I'm trying, I'm getting there. And then I look at my goals. These are my lifetime goals, which I'm supposed to try to get one of these done every year. And so far over the past 3 years, I've gotten 3 different things done, so yay me. Other than that, I just head straight to my calendar section. I have the anniversaries I can mark on every calendar here. Birthdays as well I can mark on my calendars. I put a sticker over my July on my 6 years on a page. Looked and checked observances and holidays. There are none in August, so yay for that. I already went over my pull-out year on a page spread, and I already marked out that we've already finished with July. So we're ready for August. And then I just flip over to August and we're already ready. My daughter drew all over it. I'm so bothered by it, but I just use it anyway. And I've just already mapped out how I want this week to go. so I do this first. This is the very first thing that I come to when I do my monthly planning. I just pick out, you know, I want the kids to go to the park on that day because that's when we'll actually have time and, you know, just kind of go over things. So I usually keep that at the corner of my desk just for reference. It also has my passwords and stuff. Next is my bullet journal, well, my Midori's Traveler Notebook, or Fodori. My kids are watching Dora the Explorer and they're going nuts. But I just have my major bullet journal, my, you know, extended bullet journals right here. That's what this first book is. It's called my Scrambled Bullet Journal, so I don't have to worry about trying to put things where they should go on the right, you know, time and date and all that. And then I have my calendar, which I have not kept up with this, but it just has a copy of everything that I need to do throughout the month here. And I'm just going to go ahead and finish filling this in when I get the time before tomorrow. So that's August for my Midori, or my Traveler's Notebook. And then I haven't used this book. As far as this book goes, nothing specific, just keep up with finances while I'm out and about. Rest of the folder, this is just ideas and stuff. I can't really show you too much on that, but those are the last of the books that I use. I don't use this other book for anything. It's just got graph paper in it. I will find a use for it one of these days, but that is my Traveler's Notebook, and I will be filling things in on the calendar as I go. So that was 4 planners so far. This is my faith planner. This is the 5th one I'm going to show you. I just go over to my monthly, and I've already filled in what I'm going to have for the monthly, all the days, put some washi tape, and I've already set up the daily text, which is, you know, a text per day that you read and go over, and I've already got it all set up for that. I did not do good on this last month, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I only did like one. I'll show you because I feel kind of guilty. June, I did pretty good. I had, that's 2-3 weeks, and then the last few days I kind of slacked off. But July, I did one, just one, and I'm really ashamed. So this month I'm going to make an effort to do that more. So that's my faith planner. Financial planner, I just go through, check on my savings and stuff. Taxes are still something that I need to work on. This is the Dave Ramsey system that I'm trying to follow, just savings and stuff. And so we get back here, and this was June, my receipts, tracker. This is July, receipts, tracker, and I'm just going to move my little bookmark here, and I am going to flip over to August. This is August, and I just moved my paper clip with my little green money house here. And this is going to be my tracker, my little Hello Kitty pages. I love those. And then I have a folder here for receipts that I've just decorated with washi tape and stickers and stuff, and that is August. So I keep track of my expenses on these pages. Receipts go in here, and I already have some little dividers in there for, you know, different things we spend money on. So that is my financial planner. Okay, my work planner, I'm going to show you guys this soon. I'm going to get the chance to. It's going to be in my extended planner series, but I will let you guys know when that comes up. So all I want to show you is just how I've got the monthly set up. I'm just really simple because it's work. I don't want to be too decorative. So as far as this one goes, this is my school planner. It's really hasn't changed much. I just updated, you know, the days on here, highlighted, you know, this is August, and since school is starting, I just went on ahead and marked in everything as far as the calendar goes for August. I've just got it already set up, and I'm excited because I can finally use my weeklies, which I can't wait to get started on school because I've already shaped everything up. I've got this back here to keep track of other things that don't really, you know, that aren't really strictly about assignments, you know, just all that other stuff like going to labs, and which I can store it anywhere. It doesn't really matter. I like having that extra little calendar. So that's my school plan. So I've gone and shown you all of my planners and how I'm, you know, pretty much getting them ready and whatnot. And this is just my, this is like my bookmark. It had all these cute quotes on here. I had stickers of them, and that was the cover of it. So I made it my bookmark, and I just have all of the tasks that I want to get done, all my goals and to-dos for every single day, week, month, year, and just how to transition in between everything. So this goes with my reference planner as far as the goals in there. Now I do want to show you my GTD binder and how I do everything in here. I've taken out the locker list pad that I had, because I'm going to give that to my little sister Diamond, because I think she deserves it more than me, and she's going to high school soon, and I believe she'll have a locker, so I'm going to give that to her. But I just have a bunch of sticky notes and my list pad here. As you can see from the last time I showed you guys this, it's changed a bit. I just have this here to kind of, you know, review the week, and I got this from another YouTuber. I will link her down below as well as put her up here. But as you can see, I have been busy just trying to keep up with everything in my GTD binder. It's been a busy month, guys. What can I say? So at the end of the month, every month, I just go to the back where the calendar is. And the key to this is just to move all the stuff out of July and move on to August. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. As you can see, half the month is still in July, almost more than half. And I'm just going to move the things that I didn't get to in July into August. Okay, so I already had some stuff in here that I knew I was going to have to do or focus on in August. And just before this, I have the list pages where I was doing certain things that pertain to in here in July. And I just have the lists of those things here. I only used 2 sheets off of it. So don't worry, Diamond, there's still plenty of them on there. But these are just some things that I wanted to make sure that I got done, and I just put them in here. So I'm going to take these. These are like zoo tickets, just free for children that go in to school in our area. So I still have those, and I would like to take them to the zoo. They last up until August 31st, so I got to use them this month for sure. And then just a bunch of stuff that I wanted to get done, and I can just figure it out as I go. These are all in my next action list or something that I'm waiting for. So this is just to make sure that I go every day. I want to go to the day like on the 1st. These are the things that I want to check out and make sure that I have done or have focused on. This I've already RSVP'd for, so I can just move this over to the 11th, and I know that I will be ready for that. So I'm going to take this out and just move it over to the 11th. I have all of the days marked here. Here's the 11th. And I am just going to stick this in here. So there we go. So I know that that is something that's going to be happening on the 11th, and that helps me a lot, because every morning I go to the day that we're on. Like for instance, tomorrow morning I'll wake up and be like, okay, so this is what I've got to do. These are the things that I need to figure out what where they're going to go next. Other than that, I check on my waiting for section, I check on my project section, I check on someday maybe, and you know, just make sure that everything's coming along with those sections very well. Then I go to my kids' binders and I just make sure that I'm prepared for their stuff as well. As far as my son Miles goes, the only thing that's in his binder that I need to make sure that I focused on and track of is his monthly tracking sheets. I just need to fill these last ones in and prepare for August, which are pretty much already prepared because the insert is just pretty much ready for me as it comes. So I'm going to update all that and do the same for my other kids. So I've gotten to the bottom. He's pretty much already finished everything that's necessary for today. I'm trying to get better about keeping track of everything, as well as making sure I do the things I'm keeping track of, because the better I help him, the better off he will be. So that's all that I really keep track of. As far as school goes, since school starts this month, I'm just ready because I know his next art meeting is going to be coming up soon, just to kind of reassess what he has been keeping up with over the summer, and I'm ready. Now, as far as my son Ryan goes, I've got his folder already ready. Got all of his stuff fixed and focused on. Same thing, I just need to update his stuff. There's a lot of things that he doesn't do that my other son does. Like, sorry, I had to fix some things because the water intake was completely off. So I went ahead and did that, but I'm trying to keep track better of his stuff as well, because like I said, with my last son, the better off he is, the better off I am, the better off everybody else will be. So that's all I keep track of in his binder as well. As far as school goes for him, he's going to be starting elementary finally. He's going to be going to school with his brother, so I just have the information here. His previous art meetings and just different stuff, his IEP, all of his little stuff, and I'm just excited for him because he's going to be going to kindergarten, and you're ready, we've already registered, and yeah, I'm ready for him to start. And the same thing for my daughter. I haven't found a good picture to put on hers yet, but I will be. Same thing goes for her. I just got her tracking stuff here. I've been keeping pretty good track of it as far as I can see, and she's ready for August too. I just need to update the stuff for the last of the month, but I'm going to be trying to focus on keeping up with these as much as possible, because I already keep up with most of her stuff. Here's her index. Now, the only difference between hers and my son's is I keep track of her signs of autism, because she hasn't been fully diagnosed yet, but she has been showing the symptoms, and she's already in ECI, which I've already got all that stuff here, ECI, and just, her informational letter, all of the ECI contents, just all the stuff that they did for her evaluation when she was accepted into the program, and just all the evaluations that she's had leading up to her finally getting into pre-K, which is going to be this year. So I'm ready for her to start pre-K. I can't wait. I've got all her ECI information, just early childhood intervention. She's in the Koala Club, and I just keep information on that. Koala Club is just group therapy for her so she can get more integrated with other children. Got her speech therapy notes, just everything. I'm ready for school to start for her. I'm ready for everybody to go to school. So I just have her binder ready for that. All her medical stuff, shot records, all that. Everything is in here. And I am so happy because I am fully prepared for everybody to start school, doctor's appointments, anything that this month is going to throw at me, I am ready. So August, bring it on. And yeah, we're ready. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys throughout the rest of the month. Bye.